Hey there, guys and gals, lizards and lashunta. Welcome back to Southern Tomfoolery Plays. I'm Heath Parker, aka Titanium Mark, and if you're wondering why I sound so excited, it's because if you're listening to this episode on the day it airs, Sunday, September 1st, then Emily, Adam, Josh, and I are at DragonCon in Atlanta, Georgia. Hopefully, we got to see some of your beautiful possum faces at the STF/Cosmic Crit fan meetup. And if not, maybe we got to play some games with some of you or even bought some sweet loot from some of you. Anyway, that's not really what I'm here to talk to you about today, excited as I am. I want to talk about one of Madame Noriko Zevarajni's all-time favorite, well, I hesitate to call it an interest or a pastime because for Zeva, it's a lifestyle. I'm talking about shopping. Interestingly enough, I think in the world of TTRPGs, particularly recorded TTRPGs, that shopping is a bit of a divisive subject. This is because shopping can be a tedious situation, particularly if you're recording a podcast. Now, it's definitely valuable to know what the party members are procuring when shopping because those items can really turn the tide of combat or influence RP encounters. But if not done with enthusiasm and creativity, shopping can really be a bore for listeners, and even for some of the players of a game. Many groups and podcasts do their shopping off-air and just give a rundown quickly after the fact, and I completely understand the reasons for doing so. But I also think shopping can actually be really exciting and entertaining if done with a bit of style, creativity, and a sense of humor. Personally, I've listened to podcasts and been in games where unexpectedly a shopping trip turned out to be one of the most enjoyable parts of an episode. And this is usually because the GM made a conscious choice to have fun and be silly with the shopkeepers or vendors. Now, this probably won't always be the case. Every party is going to want to spend their hard-earned gold or creds every now and then. But if you shop often, the eccentric shopkeep gag can get stale. After all, if every trip is special, then eventually none of them are special. So I think a healthy balance is necessary, especially in podcasts. Sometimes shopping can be not only fun, but narratively impactful. And in those situations, I say absolutely, play out the shopping. But other times, shopping is simply that. It's looking through a list of items and debating the pros and cons of spending your hard-earned coin on many different items. Ultimately, I think discussing how your group wants to address shopping can be a very useful team-building exercise. Shopping can lead to unexpectedly hilarious RP moments, or it can bog down an otherwise exciting session. If you know it's going to take a long time to get through shopping lists, and there will be a lot of back and forth, then consider doing it off-air and having the fun be in revealing what you chose to purchase and how that will benefit your character and the party. None of us have the right answer necessarily, but as in all things TTRPG, talk about it with your party and figure out the strategy that works best for you. The strategy, most importantly, that allows for the most fun while playing the game. Okay, so before we jump into the episode, I also want to mention that I'll be hosting another episode of Tom Talks after we get back from DragonCon. So stop by the Discord if there's anything on your minds, and we'll do our best to address it. Anyways, I've rambled on long enough, but hey, cut me some slack. I'm at frickin' DragonCon. Here we go. Episode 28, The Dismemberment Plans.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing this evening?
Man, we're here.
We're here.
Yep,
We're here.
Okay, well, that doesn't sound very excited.
Well, I mean, like, okay. You go into a fucking prison, all right? we are all nervous about that shit.
Yeah, but we're not going into the prison this week. Don't worry. You have plenty of time this week, or this episode at least, to plan. But on that note, I wanted to ask you guys what some of your favorite prison break movies are. Do you guys have some? I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say Shawshank Redemption is obviously the obvious answer, and we all love that movie. It's like one of the best movies ever made. Does anybody have something other than Shawshank Redemption?
The Rock.
The Rock with Sean Connery. That was dope.
You know what? I didn't even think of that's like a prison break-in movie.
Yeah.
Wow. I was like thinking about this. All right, what are some good ones? The Rock didn't even cross my mind, and that's a good one. That's great.
The Count of Monte Cristo. I mean, it's only like a prison break movie for the first, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's also like one of the OGs, if not the OG prison story, you know?
Yeah.
Well, what about...
and the
I
first
really
half
like
of it is like the length of a full novel of it on its own.
Yeah, it is like a 1,000-page novel.
Yeah.
That's a good one. What about you, Josh? What were you going to say?
I was going to say Escape from New York. I mean, all of Manhattan.
Oh, yeah, dude.
All of Manhattan is a maximum security prison.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Classic sci-fi pick there.
Yeah, and Snake. You know what I mean? He's like the progenitor of Snake.
The Snake Plissken.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
I mean...
Emily, what movie have you seen? Oh, none?
I have a movie. I have one.
Oh, color me surprised. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear it.
You asked, and I immediately thought, I was like, oh yeah, Baby's Day Out.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
What are you even talking about? Baby's Day Out.
What is
Y'all,
that?
this is who's going to lead you into this prison
This
break.
is the leader. This is who we have chosen.
Oh my
I think accepted is more of an accurate term.
Okay.
It's a good
Resided.
movie.
What about The Fugitive?
Okay, so we're talking about prison, not a crib. My God.
The Fugitive.
Baby's Day
It's
Out.
the original
See,
prison.
now The Fugitive isn't really a prison escape movie. It's a great movie.
It's
but
an
it's not,
escape. It's not prison escape. Yeah, I mean, the only other
escaping
one that
to
comes to
avoid
my
prison.
mind is fucking Law-Abiding Citizen, where
Look.
he's not escaping prison, you know?
Okay. You said Shawshank Redemption.
Uh-huh.
That's it, man. Like, does Oh Brother Where Art Thou count?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, then I changed my answer. Just edit that first
No.
part out. Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
No.
That's my answer.
You have to
and
own.
I'm cool.
You have to own Baby's Day Out. You have to own that. Here's mine. Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's a good one.
shit. Oh, damn.
Have you guys not seen that movie?
Fucking
Oh,
Cool
yeah.
Man Luke, dude.
I was
long
a
time
kid
ago.
and I watched it with my dad. I don't remember it. It's in Eastwood, right?
No, Paul Newman, right?
Paul Newman. Okay.
And
Yeah,
then,
the salad dressing guy.
oh my.
You are
Newman's
just
own. It's delicious dressing.
cinematically inadequate.
Emily, you are just precious.
You might have been removed as my punching bag.
Oh, thank God.
Emily,
I do what I can.
my God, the ranch
Is he
dressing
not
guy.
the salad man?
Come on, there's no love for Escape Plan. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, 50 Cent.
I never saw that one. No, I hadn't seen that one.
What about The Great Escape with Steve McQueen? I mean, that's like another classic one, right?
Yeah, that I definitely haven't seen,
I
though.
haven't seen it either.
Oh, guys, for real,
Yeah,
like that's
I really
like,
haven't, you know?
God, what
That's
about,
like an OG, like prison escape action. Steve McQueen, like doing motorcycle. He like motorcycles, I think, like over the prison.
Oh, Richard
walls.
Attenborough. Okay.
I mean, it's not a traditional prison, but I mean, 2001: A Space Odyssey has similar themes.
It's not.
I think you're just trying to set up a dig at me, and you're immediately back on my shit list.
Don't lie.
You
I
did
was never
earn
lying.
that
I worked
one,
so
though.
hard for you, Josh. You shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah,
You had the world in the palm of your hand, Josh.
Look, I'm comfortable where I am.
Well, that's
I don't know.
good for you, I guess.
That's good. Yeah, good to know, I suppose. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit more about planning a prison break in a moment. But first, let's catch up. Last episode, you guys took over the relic, and I think only one casualty, right? Just the captain.
Correct.
And then you took the 4 engineers prisoner, right? Or the supply crew prisoner. And I imagine you locked them up or whatnot, put them in chains, and kind of rank and filed them. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah.
As your captain, Noriko Zeva Rajni, watches the Aslanti supply crew shackled and marching down the catwalks, her mind drifts to a memory of another day watching another ship disembark.
Fucking A.
Yeah, and can I get the doodly-doos for another flashback? Great. So we see Madame Zeva standing with her arms crossed behind her back. She is flanked by her chief of security, Etram, a 12-foot tall Shubhad. Emily, do you want to tell us a little bit what a Shubhad looks like?
Well, Adam, the Shubhad are as you mentioned, very tall race. They are from Akiton, and they have these very large, imposing tusks that come out of their amazingly impressive face holes, as well as 4 arms. So they're kind of big cats. Well, not cats.
They're not really cat
creatures.
more. So they kind of like have boarish faces if it didn't have the snout. It's like kind of a flat nose area, but has the mouth and the kind of eyes in head shape of a boar and 4 arms. Very intimidating thing. So anyways, in this flashback, we see Madame Zeva flanked by her chief of security, Etram, who is one of these Shubhads. On her left is the Madame's second in command, a female reptilian-style race called the Ikeshti, and her name is Uli. Uli is often referred to as Little Mother by those at the Pools of Paradise. Madame Zeva is awaiting her newest addition to the Leia Hali, the name given to those that Zeva has rescued, which translates to siblings in bonds. The madam was given word that a group of stewards had come upon a factory owned by slavers on the planet Akiton. This factory was producing android sex slaves and selling them to the highest bidders on the black market. Unfortunately, the stewards were too late in arriving, and the slavers had destroyed most of the androids before they could save them. Yet, one survived. An androgynous android named Q4TZ, or Quartz. The Pools of Paradise and the stewards had always had a symbiotic relationship, as it was well known that the madam would take in the broken and the forgotten to bring them back to health and help them achieve a semblance of normal life. Because of this, the stewards often sent extra muscle around the pools to help keep the peace in the otherwise dangerous areas of the Spire and Absalon Station. In fact, this had worked out so well that Madame Zeva's block was a shining beacon of light and safety for the upper class and lower class alike. The madam is smiling as she reflected on this, while she awaits the transport shuttle that carries her newest rescue. However, Zeva's contemplative peace is interrupted as soon as the ship's docking platform is lowered, as passengers scramble to get off the ship in a hurry in some sort of frantic disembarkment. Zeva notices a human holding the bloody stump of his arm to his chest and running quickly into the shadows of the crowd, but not before the madam gets a good look at his face. Zeva can feel Etram tense up and reach for his weapon, but she places her hand on his chest and shakes him off and says,
Easy, Etram. Let's see how this plays out.
After the fleeing crowd disperses, we see a beautiful, platinum blonde-haired android in a steward's uniform escorting another nervous-looking android down the landing ramp, both of them covered in blood. The steward sees Madame Zeva and gingerly brings the liberated Quartz to her. Hello, Madam Noriko Zeva Rajni. I am Sergeant Cedona, and well, as you can see, I have made a bit of a mess just now.
Yes, it seems that there was a mess indeed. Please, tell me, Sergeant, what has happened here?
In transit, courts here, well, they went to the back to clean up, I suppose, and I wasn't paying attention for just a second, and then I heard some commotion coming from the bathroom, and so I ran back there and saw a man trying to force himself upon her, and well, before I knew it, I had chopped off his hand. This was right before we landed, which is why everybody left so quickly. It's kind of, I should not have done that. I don't think it's within the steward's code of ethics to chop off the hand of a civilian, but he was
Nonsense,
trying to
Sergeant.
assault her.
I am certain that you were well within your rights, and I am certain that that person more than deserved such treatment. But yes, I would say that you have certainly done your job well, and are indeed well, you should be granted a reward, of course. Please, you must come join us at the pools. It would be a great honor for us to take care of you, and personally would like to invite you to my private onsen. I will take care of you myself. She bows a little bit.
Cedona looks at you and says, she kind of looks a little unsure and says, no, I'm sorry. I can't. I have business to attend to. Thank you anyway. Just please take care of Quartz here. And she kind of shuffles off a little embarrassed.
As Cedona leaves, Zeva kind of turns her full attention to Quartz and gently lifts a hand up to their cheek and says, in Castrovellian, Be'akwen le'ali, welcome and be free.
Quartz just kind of like nods, doesn't say anything, looks very timid, looks very scared, but she kind of nods to you.
Quartz, my name is Noriko Zeva Rajni. Some may call me madam, but you will call me Zeva.
Thank you, madam. I mean, Zeva.
Please, you have had quite a day, and we should get you home and get you cleaned up. And just know that the pools of paradise, this is your home for as long as you wish to stay, and we will do all that we can to make you safe and make you happy. Come.
Thank you, madam. And Uli, of course, starts smothering her immediately, putting her arm around her, has a blanket ready, and wraps it around her shoulders. And as you turn to head back, Zeva then turns to Etram and says,
Etram. And
Yes.
she catches his eye, and in Acatonian is going to say to him, Berek natashti, buyaj nedaza, which means, go, find him, punish him, and bring me his apology.
Sometime later that evening, we see Zeva bathing in one of the private steam pools of the bathhouse, enjoying some of her finest wine, pleased with her rescue, but lamenting that the beautiful Cedona did not take her up on her offer of hospitality. Her reverie is interrupted as Uli enters with a leather satchel in her hand. Zeva takes the satchel from Uli and kindly dismisses the little mother, saying,
Very good, little mother. Now at least we know that this one will never harm one of ours again. Please, will you check in on Quartz, see that they are well. I know that the androids do not sleep. I worry that they will be uncomfortable. Please, just spare no comfort. They have known nothing other than the life of a slave. We will show them in time that they are their own person. Thank you.
After Uli leaves, Zeva sets down the wine and takes the palm-sized bundle, and unfolding it, the madam sees the apology exactly as she requested. The mutilated organ lying on the blood-soaked leather serves as the only apology Zeva ever accepted when one of her own was mistreated or harmed. And for the molester, well, it would serve as a devastating reminder of what happens when you act without consent. Assuming, of course, he didn't die of blood loss first. Thoroughly enjoying this brutal justice, Zeva does not notice as Cedona walks into the bath. And it is not until the android has seen the full carnage of Zeva's expectations of apology that Zeva sees Cedona and is overcome with sudden embarrassment and shame. Yet, ever the diplomat, Zeva smiles and waves Cedona over to her steam bath, and the android comes, slides out of her robe, and slides into the hot water. Before Zeva can speak, Cedona holds up a hand and says, "Well, I imagine that gets the attention of slavers."
Yes, you could certainly say that. It is not something I like to boast about, but it is absolutely a measure that will be taken if any of ours are ever mistreated.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Was the man's hand not enough punishment? Why do you do this thing?
I could ask that same question to the man, but his answers would not be good enough.
Is there nothing to be said about being better than the barbarians that mistreat humans? And androids and all creatures?
I aspire to be a better person, but oftentimes they are just that, aspirations. We do what we must for those that we must take care of. Of this I am certain you know, Cedona.
I thought that I did know that, Madam Zeva, but what I saw in that factory... She kind of looks down, very contemplative, and you actually see sorrow, which is, it's hard to tell sometimes on androids' feelings that they might have, but you can sense that there's almost regret forms on her face, and she says, "I'm not sure that I've done enough. As stewards, we are to only interfere at the most severe circumstances, but I feel like that there's more that I could do. Androids are not getting the same treatment as other sentient races. I think that I must do more, perhaps join the Android Abolitionist Front. Something, free androids. I cannot let this continue. It was horrible, Zeva. It was horrible. They were so mistreated. I think that you were not wrong in what you did, barbaric as it may be. You've given me a lot to ponder. I want to thank you for inviting me here. I needed this respite. But I see something in you, Zeva. You are more than just a manager of a bathhouse or pleasure house or whatever this is. And it's quite nice. Please don't misconstrue what I'm saying. But you have more to you, Zeva. One day I will call on you. I hope that you will respond with the same tenacity that you did today. In the meantime, I encourage you to invest and tap into that natural leadership that I see in you. Now, can you please pass some of that wine?
Our Foley work is fantastic.
The the thing about Zeva is that she's like basically a mobster. Like,
No.
I ain't saying she's a mobster, but I ain't not saying it neither. You know what I mean?
She's not like racketeering. There's no money laundering, you know.
She's definitely chaotic good.
That we know of.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We found one of Zeva's quirks. This is not her first rodeo with organ removal.
No, it's been a
she said
pretty
she doesn't like to
significant
brag
thing.
about it, but I think it's something she likes to do.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. No, I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like pro-rape or anything. Like, I'm very anti-rape as a general, principle. But like, I can't help that the idea of this sort of castration, let's say, is
De-dongment, I think is what it's called.
de-dong.
Yes, thank you, Heath. That is the technical terminology. Yes.
Boy, went in there,
It
got
changes my
de-donged.
mood.
So Ziva's having this memory. She's looking at the Aslanti kind of being shuffled along, and then she looks to Zeno, I think, with an extra lingering glance as her memories of androids and the mistreatment that they faced, particularly in the hands of slavers or Aslanti, who see them as nothing more than, I think, machine meat is how Talmarin phrased it.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think she looks to Zeno probably feeling a little bit of that urge to protect him. I mean, am I wrong in that, Emily?
No, absolutely. Yeah. That's very accurate.
So, these thoughts are going through your head, and you guys kind of see Ziva kind of lost in her own thoughts as you march the crew to Talmarin, to Talmarin's little location, and you knock out the secret code, and Talmarin arrives and says,
Well, it looks like you have infiltrated the relic. Well done.
Yes, it was an interesting bout. But it is done, yes.
and Talmarin immediately jumps down out of the pipe and starts just blindfolding all of the prisoners and says,
Well, I think that thou needest these clothes, yes?
and she just starts stripping them right there down to their tidy greenies.
Of
Of course they are.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
they got the magic underwear. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. We'll take their kit for sure.
So, tell me, have you thought of a plan to rescue your android friend and, if while you're doing it, my friends as well?
Well, we got some ideas about getting in there. I'll tell you that.
Please, tell me.
Oh, I'm not so good at talking.
Oh, come on, Mike. Tell him the plan.
Captain, you
Well,
want to...
Yeah, that's
yes,
my
I
implication.
didn't want to step on.
Perhaps before you tell me your plan, I could give you some advice. Some things that I know. You have taken care of the relic, which shows that you are very adept, at the very least, have potential to do this. So first, here is the key card.
And she hands you the key card. And then she goes on to tell you many things, which I'm not going to do in voice because it's a lot. She suggests to you and warns you about dodging guards when able. Only talk to guards when you have to. There will probably be security robots employed there, as Aslanti tend to like to use these things. Being that it is a prison, that there's certainly security cameras about and probably a central area where people are watching on the cameras. She also reminds you that Aslanti are fond of using bloodline locks. She doesn't know if they're in use at the prison or not, but she just wants to remind you that this is some things that they like to do. She says some things to avoid if possible, so as not to raise the alert at the prison. Try to not get into open combat where you can be seen. If you have to engage in combat, make sure that you can't be seen, or that you've taken measures to avoid being discovered. Open combat will be the easiest, the number one thing to raise the alarms at the prison. The guards will likely all have ways of raising a prison-wide alarm if allowed, as they'll all be connected through communication devices attached to their uniforms. Cover any tracks that you leave of any things that you might have done to interfere with the prison systems. Make sure you cover your tracks. Try not to be caught in a place that you don't have a reason to be there. When you're going through, act confident. Act like you're supposed to be there. Don't engage unless absolutely necessary. You'll have to create minor distractions to lure some guards away, but be warned that some guards are highly disciplined and will not leave for anything beyond a major prison-wide distraction. And she says,
I have some things that I might present to thou, if your plan meets the muster. So tell me, what is it that you plan to do?
So, is it worth mentioning that we have off air been discussing this plan for a week now?
Of course. I think that's to be assumed, that there was a lot of deliberation that we've been talking about for the last week, but in fiction, your characters haven't really talked about it. So let's talk about your plan in character a little bit. How are your characters feeling about this? And then, of course, we need to relay this to our listeners of what's your intents here. How do you plan on going about breaking into a high security Aslanti prison and not only rescuing Cedona, but the other prisoners that Talmarin has asked you to free?
So, it's the old Wookiee prisoner trick. Oldest one in the book.
Again.
You ever seen Star Wars?
No, I have not seen this hollow film. Please, explain it further.
Classic.
We don't get many movies out here at Outpost Z.
Outpost Z.
How about Baby's Day Out? Have you seen that one?
Oh, I have seen that one. That is a classic film. I must watch.
Everyone's seen Baby's Day Out. We play it every year on Christmas. Duh.
That is the Glimshar's favorite movie. They talk the whole time through it.
Not even
that is the baby.
surprise.
That is the baby that comes out, and because it's coming out, they must go get the baby because it's only a baby, and of course, a baby can't do anything by itself. But then the movie shows that a baby can do things by itself.
God,
It's my favorite movie.
No, stop.
Hey, yeah, you're not that person. So it is a deeply moving, piece of cinema because obviously the crib is a metaphor for a prison. So how apropos.
Yes, of course. You're doing wonderfully, Mike. No, but the most surefire way to get into a prison, of course, is with prisoners. Yes.
I think that this is a wonderful plan. How do thou plan on executing this?
Dost. How dost thou?
How dost thou? Thank you. Being corrected on my own grammar.
Yeah,
I read a lot of classical literature.
Maybe hold off of that, right? I mean, to be fair, she is like a Shakespearean styled speaker, but just really bad at it.
Yeah, she's not great at it. She this is how she learned Common, was like from some old text, so she doesn't really understand like how all that works, because I don't really understand.
Makes me really happy.
But all right, so let's explain the plan. Obviously, this would be done in character, but let's explain it let's talk it out. Who's going to be the prisoner? How are you going to do this? What's the situation?
Oh yeah, that's the big surprise reveal there, isn't it? We've done this once before.
Going with the same thing that we did last time with the guards, or not guards, but the crew of the relic, which is we're going to pose as Aslanti ourselves, some sort of officers, like, above their pay grade, right? And we need to escort these very serious, highly dangerous prisoners to Gulta, which is why we sent the message to the relic in the first place, to come down here and pick us up. Right? Is that the plan?
Of course, our prisoners are going to be Mike and Zeno, the two that we are least capable of disguising.
I'm not sure that, and I am sorry to say this, Zeno, but thou art not a prisoner. You would only be considered a slave, for you are machine meat, as it were.
Yeah, but
As I've understood about the Aslantes, that they don't see androids as sentient. This is correct? Yes?
Yes, this is correct. Thou hast understood the situation most correctly.
They would be making a grave mistake, but one that I hope they do.
To your point, yes, he would be a slave, as the vernacular they choose.
I mean, to be fair, the only reason for that distinction is just to be further racist, right? He's in effect a prisoner.
Well, the only reason why I bring it up is the Aslanti would keep androids separate from the other prisoners.
Which means they'll have Cedona in the android cells as well.
Machine
Meaning
meat.
that I can communicate with Cedona.
Androids.
You must start speaking correctly if you want to fool the Aslanti, my dear. They are not androids. They are machine meat. I do not say this to offend thou, only to prepare you for the proper terminology that they will be expecting.
You are, of course, right, Talaman, and we thank you very much for your
Of course
insight
I'm
and
right.
for your assistance.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Trying to be polite, but that's fine. But yes, okay. Continue in or out of character. I'm sorry.
You can be out of character.
Well, hell, whatever you feel.
You feel it out.
Sorry.
So let's just kind of iron it out. The plan is, as I understand it, is that both Zeva and Oren are going to pose as high-ranking Aslanti military, and they are bringing in Mike and Zeno as a prisoner and a slave, respectively.
Yeah.
And Fell is doing what?
He's going to be the muscle.
Changing the armor back to Aslanti paint job, because I made a boo-boo with that last time. So basically, making the armor look...
Do you have any paint thinner? Because if you don't, sorry, not going to happen. No, I'm just kidding.
and it's an exact shade of Aslanti green. Do you have that lying around?
I'm fairly certain in that vending machine they sell it as like a soda pop. Like,
right,
I
so-
mean,
so-
I think they would.
So-
I bet the Glimshar.
Right.
has some.
So, Arn.
So Fell's basically going to look like a very tall Aslanti soldier.
Sure. And so you're there helping with the escort of the prisoners. So the question that Talman would then ask you is, what is your cover story? What did these prisoners and this slave do? Why are you bringing them to Gulta? What was their crime? Well, you only need a crime for Mike, really, because they'll just take an android as a slave. She tells you that. They'll just take an android as a slave on principle.
Yeah, that's going to be easy peasy for taking Xeno.
So Zeva will kind of just, say, tell us again, what was the specifics for which your friends were originally imprisoned? They were captured because they were taking artifacts?
Yes, so they were... She had called them pass diggers, or otherwise known as archaeologists, and they smuggled things off of Aslanti-owned sites, even though it's their home turf, but the Aslanti had taken over their planets or whatever, so according to the Aslanti, it's theirs. And so these people had smuggled things that are like ancient artifacts for their people, but the Aslanti consider it theirs, and so they arrested them for theft.
Okay. And
Same
I'm
Z's.
so sorry. What was the name that they call them again?
Pass
Not
diggers.
Yeah, but that's what Talman
diggers,
calls
okay.
them, not what the Aslanti call them.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to call them pastor.
Yeah, see, I'm looking for the specific Aslanti terminology.
They call them criminals. They call them criminals. Thieves.
They're archaeological terrorists.
That's really aggressive.
It is.
Aslanti?
Space Nazis.
Fair.
They're very passive Aslanti, yes.
All right, so that seems like a pretty good plan. Talman approves, stresses the importance of being able to adapt and improvise once you get in, to make sure that you're leaving yourself a way out the further in you go. And to that, Talman offers you some gifts. First, she says to you that...
I will take the supplies, for we need them here at Outpost Z. But I will leave you the 5,000 UPBs. It is likely that the Aslanti will do an inspection of your ship when thou arrives at the prison. It would be important to have these materials on your ship when you arrive. It is up to you to try to bluff your way out. But they are yours to do with what you wish.
And then she hands you also 4 serums of appearance change, 2 spell gems of disguise self, and 3 glamored fusion seals.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
And she suggests...
Those will come in
If
handy.
you have any credits that you would like to spend, I suggest going to the market. There are some very fine instruments that you may be able to use to help you thou whist this ruse.
All right.
Yep, good call.
Yes.
Go check it out.
One question, Talman. These bloodline locks. Do you happen to know? Is it just any Aslanti blood, or is it particular rank or breeding?
I do not know if it's coded particularly, but thou would assume that any Aslanti blood should do. Perhaps some of the more secure places require specific biometrics. This I cannot be certain.
Thank you for that information, at least. Yeah. Zivas look over her shoulder at Mike and then be like, Maybe we go get the fingers off of the captain.
I knew it. Like, I fucking knew you was gonna try to cut some people's limbs and appendages off. Any excuse you can find, right?
Talman just shrugs and's like,
well, I don't see why that
Mike,
won't work.
I'm kind of coming around
space
to it.
asparagus.
Worked with the asparagus.
I mean, sure, yeah.
Funny to be alive, though.
I'm not denying. Well, their fingers weren't alive when we cut them off. I mean, after we cut them off.
Yeah, I mean, I could
I'm not saying it's a
stabilize
useless-
in theory.
Okay.
Push come to shove, we throw a jolt of energy in the finger.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
make
give
it
you
dance
it's
a little
morbid.
bit. It'll be fine. He's fine. And these are morbid times. We are in a sticky situation.
Oren doesn't know
look,
about Ziva's flashback, no comment. Okay.
So, like, I'm not denying its usefulness. It just seems like a trend with you to, like, cut people's bits off, you know? It's like you dig it.
Bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Nope. Everyone has strengths. Everyone has hobbies. Let's move on, okay?
That's not a hobby.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Some hell of a hobby.
mean, it can be. That just doesn't mean that it's legal or ethical.
It's not
you
an
know what I mean.
acceptable
you're in the
hobby.
wild west here, so I mean,
No,
legality.
you guys look.
I think we're alright.
He's the player. I'm gonna die on this hill. Like, no, that's not fucking cool. That you're like into that. I get it, using it for subterfuge and stuff, but like your character's arc is that she, for whatever reason, really digs cutting people's stuff off. You know, like I'm just saying.
How is that the
that
case?
ain't cool.
Dismemberment.
Who has ever
She's
said
into
that? Who's ever
dismemberment.
said that?
How many times have you
Nobody's ever said
dismembered
that.
people?
It's been a lot.
Like,
We're level 4.
I
You've
can
basically
count it
done
on
it
one
once for every
hand.
level.
She can count on one hand with all of the fingers and other digits she's taken.
She definitely,
Yeah.
she's,
All right,
she
all
definitely
right,
dismembered
all right.
one guy.
I think that's something to be maybe brought to Ziva's, maybe an intervention with Ziva at a later date. But
Yeah,
for
Listen,
It's-
Ziva, you really gotta stop cutting
but
people's
for
shit
now,
off, okay?
it seems to be as good a plan as any. So, Talman
come in to give her an intervention and she's sharpening a knife.
Talman
That'd be
starts
good.
shoving the Aslanti engineers into the pipe and, kind of pushing them through and prodding them through. Says,
Go, thou art mine now. And
she disappears into the tunnels. And so now what I want to do, what we have talked about off air is the shopping. We all know that there's a marketplace here with a lot of cool things, and we just to kind of save
Yes.
some time on the radio. Everybody's kind of decided what they're going to purchase. So why don't we just go down the line and you tell me what you got? Unless you want to have an interaction with one of the merchants beyond shopping.
I didn't want to have necessarily a merchant interaction, but I did want to, like, mention my ideas to, like, the party, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, so once we leave Talmrin, obviously. Although I think she'd appreciate it. But I kind of come to particularly Zeno and Ziva, the Z Squad. And I'm like, so I had an idea, right? So I've seen a lot of like Prison Break movies and stuff like that.
Like Baby.
Some of you haven't. Like Baby Stay Out, which I defended fervently. But I had an idea. Have you ever heard of storage goo? And I'm saying it loud enough for everybody to hear. He's just like particularly, motioning to Ziva.
Storage
There's
goo?
not a recall knowledge. I don't.
No, I mean,
Storage.
sure.
What now?
Or know about storage goo? I don't know. How common is it? Like,
Yeah, I think you know.
it's a vest thing, isn't it?
Common
I'm just gonna-
No, it's common among smugglers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
So
anyways,
Zeno
before
doesn't
we,
know.
Before we have a soliloquy about the storage goo, it's cool because it's like some good thing. It basically has the consistency of like soft chewed up bubble gum, right? But you buy it and you get like a 6-inch sphere of it, kind of that is shapeable and moldable. But it's got some kind of magical properties that allow you to store within it up to 1 bulk. of material. So like, you know, I could put like one pistol in it or something like that, or I could put like a lot of several different little trinkets that might be useful inside the prison. So that's my idea. Is I know I'm the prisoner, I'm the Wookiee as it were, but I had the idea. I'll get some storage goo. If you've ever seen Con Air, Dave Chappelle's bit from that, where he swallows the baggie full of it's lighter fluid in that.
Con Air, that's another good prison break movie. It's from a plane.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't bring it up since Con Air was the inspiration for my plan. But yeah, so I swallowed a goo containing, for instance, like a zip stick and ion tape and like a summoning grenade, things we might use for not necessarily combat purposes, but distraction and subterfuge purposes. So I tie a string of like fishing line to the goo. I tie the fishing line string around one of my back teeth. I swallow the goo blob, and then when we get into prison, I vomit it up if we need it.
That is genius, Mikael.
Wait.
I love it.
So when you take it out of the goo, though, is it like covered in vomit?
No, so it's magical. So what it does is it breaks down all the like molecules of the thing, and then it reassembles them when you squeeze. When I puke it up, I'll squeeze it, and it'll reassemble all the items and pop them all out pristine.
On that note, can I just pause for a second and say, I fucking love Starfinder.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that that's a thing that you can do, it's amazing. It's great.
Yeah,
Go
it's
ahead.
all rules as written. It's fucking unbelievable. I love it.
Well, my other idea was to do something similar, but instead of doing the old fishing line, stomach bag hiding trick, was to, use the med lab, make a cast, and use the goo as the insulation liner for the cast, you know? But then we'd have to lie and say like, oh, he got his leg broke in the detainment process. Either one would work perfectly, though.
Yeah, I think you ought to go with swallow.
Mike, I don't want to tell you to swallow some weird shit, but the fewer lies that we tell, the better.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm partial to the cast thing, but I don't like telling lies because I'm not good at it.
Mechanically speaking.
I have to say,
Mechanically speaking.
Nope, morally speaking.
I appreciate that. I dig that.
What, John?
I was going to say, I have to say, Michael, that is very ingenious, a very clever use of using that storage goo. I'm surprised I haven't heard of this interesting material. We could possibly use it more often. Do you get to keep the storage goo?
Yeah, I mean, it just like once you purchase it, it's like I said, you jam stuff in it, it breaks down the molecules to make it like a Hermione's bag kind of situation, and then you squeeze it again to pop them all out. I mean, now you've got it forever, and it's cool because it's like moldable. If I wasn't so worried about a strip search, I could just like make a cod piece out of it, or like like mold it to like underwear. It's supremely adaptable.
Yeah, Hermione's bag. Harry Potter, that was a good one.
Bubblegum
It's good series.
Information.
Wow.
So,
I just want to make sure that we put all of these films into our canon as being real films.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, moving on.
But in Starfinder world, it's Jerry Potter.
Jerry Potter.
Is it actually reusable or?
It's not.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not. Actually,
it's not. It only does it one time.
Yeah, it's once it reassesses, reforms the things that you put in it. The goo itself turns into ash.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Still cool, though.
I misread that. I had read over it like 3 times and just was so excited about the prospect.
It's
of
a
what
great
it can
plan.
do.
It's a super great plan.
It's a fantastic plan. I love it.
All right.
I love it. I'm
And
jazzed
it's
about
not that expensive either. You could buy
So on
whenever
that
you need
note,
one.
let's go ahead and talk about what you guys buy. Now, as far
All right.
as the chicken mouse goes, as long as Mike doesn't go, you guys will be able to go and buy anything from the chicken mouse. You're friends with Zarb and Half-Red, which is the squidfish. Do we need to have a moment? I think we need to have a moment between Fel and Half-Red
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes. Is that even
I
a
think the
question?
fans will demand it. Yeah.
So first of all, real
this
quick,
is the
let's
thing
just
that
talk
needs to
about what
happen.
you're going to buy. Just the main things. Nothing. Just what are the main things that you
All right,
got?
I'll go first since mine's really short. I'm buying an ability, gem. What is it called?
Ability
An
crystal?
ability
Crystal.
Yeah.
You're putting
It
that
just
towards
lets you
your
increase
what?
to my wisdom.
Nice.
Which
Very
gives me
nice.
20 wisdom now.
That's great. It's fantastic.
Which is nice.
All right. John, did
right.
you buy anything? No, you're going to wait, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
All right. What about Feld? What'd you get?
Fell also bought an ability crystal.
What'd you put that towards?
Strength, because I'm tired of having 5.
So what does
bulk
that bring
and
it up
being
to?
encumbered.
6?
It just bumps it up to 6, but that's enough to, give me a little bit of slack. Also buying a Serum of Healing Mark II, in case I get into a sticky situation. Some batteries for my rifle, and a level 3 signal jammer, which is going to be huge for the prison break.
Yeah, this is.
So tell me about your
like the
plan with
linchpin.
those. I think that's a big deal.
So my plan with that is that, Fell is going to be wearing, completely covered head to toe in this battle dress, Aeon Guard trooper armor. And he's going to be able to get into a position and hack one of the computers to, possibly open up all of the cell doors, creating chaos, and at the same time cut off all wireless communications to where they can't raise an alarm. Or where the guards aren't able to coordinate
Well, at the very
with
least,
each other
they can't
via radios
communicate
or
to
comm
each other,
units.
right? Right.
That's right. I mean, the alarm will definitely be raised. Somebody's going to hit a switch somewhere, but they can't remotely communicate with each other.
That's huge. That's a really good purchase there.
Flip side, though, is that we also can't use our comm units to talk to each other.
Right, but you can turn it on and off at will. Is that correct? Okay.
Correct.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Emily, what did Zeva get?
Ziva is going to get an improvisation adornment Mark 1.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty fancy.
Cool.
So I'm just going to kind of read it verbatim because I'll screw it up otherwise. Those who rely on speaking to persuade or please others require...
Is that what it says verbatim?
It's usually worn like a necklace or a headband.
Okay.
And
So-
if you fail a bluff, culture, diplomacy, imitation, or sense motive check, you can re-roll it to take the better result.
Huge. It basically gives
Yeah.
you advantage on your bluff checks, which is going to be really important
Yes.
coming up. And that's unlimited or once a day or?
No, that's one re-roll in 24
Still,
hours.
that's pretty good.
Sometimes
All
it only
right.
takes one.
And then Heath, of course, Mike is buying the goo and the tape and the zip stick, right?
I did want to say, yes, I'm getting ion tape and the zip stick because they go together. The zip stick activates the ion tape. I'm getting the goo to be my satchel in my stomach, as it were. And I'm going to take all 3 of those, put it in the goo. But I got a laser microphone from my spider buddy, which lets you hear through walls or barriers that are an inch thick or less. So, like, maybe not a prison wall, but maybe like the glass on a door or like just a thin door.
That's cool.
And I'm going to take my engineering kit and summoning grenade, and I can fit all of those in the goo because they're all negligible bulk.
So that's, you
My
could
boy.
fit
awesome.
up to 10 L based bulk items into the goo.
Yeah, and I've got like 5.
That's great. I think you guys have a good plan here. I think you have a good plan. However, when you get to Half Red and you're buying the items from Half Red, as you approach, first of all, Half Red lights up. Like, all of a sudden her whole, like, jelly turns, like, bright pink on her little iPad or whatever, data pad that she has. A big, like, heart-eyed emoji shows up.
Oh, no.
And then it just reads, fell across the side.
Oh, my God. I don't even know what to do with that. That's too adorable.
Ziva's gonna kind of nudge you, be like, "Good luck to her."
You're getting shit whether or not you like it.
Yeah, so
Just don't think it can work out.
Open your mind. There's many ways to have pleasure, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you, man. You just can't replicate.
She's floating in her own pool of paradise right there.
Lots
I
of
think
reasons that you couldn't replicate.
She's talking about love. You're talking about pleasure.
Yeah.
In any case, what do you do, Fel? Zeva kind of pushes you up.
That's a fair fucking point, my man. I'll give you that.
Fel,
You're goddamn
just
right.
Stupid grin on his face. Changes his skin to match that same pink tone, and just walks up and wants to give her a side hug, but doesn't really know how.
So you like kind of reach your arms out to intimate, giving an embrace, and like 3 or 4 wet like tentacles wrap around you and just pull you in. It's like, and like you're kind of like embraced in this goo. And I will say it feels good. It's like very cool. It's like aloe almost to your skin, And the squid fish that's in the middle comes right up to your face and just lands like a pucker, like right on your cheek, just. And just gives a pop, and you just see like hearts, like emojis, just like flying off of her iPad, just heart or whatever. And then you see like a peach and an eggplant emoji.
No. Whoa. Back up, shit. It went from 6 to midnight.
Ziva's in the corner scribbling like mad, just
Fanfic.
like writing out this fanfic so hard.
And is actually going to give you a discount on your purchases. So basically, you'll take $200 back to the band fund. And then
that 200 is going back to my personal credits, bro.
And then on the iPad, like you see like the little spaceship emoji, and then a question mark emoji.
A spaceship question mark, like about our ship?
Or
Are you leaving?
Oh yeah, are
Roll
we
an
leaving?
insight check.
Sense motive.
Can I do a check or something to what
Sense
should I
motive.
roll?
Sense motive.
I'm not so great at that.
Can those creep in?
No,
Zeva, you can because
7.
you're like studying this situation, right?
I'm a little up in it.
You're like
For a 24?
Hey, Phil, she's asking where you're going.
She could just use limited telepathy and be in his head. I mean, she doesn't have to even say anything.
Oh, ask him where
That's
we're
true.
going.
That's true.
Well, we gotta leave. We gotta go rescue some people from a
You have to
prison.
speak in emojis, dude, or colors on your skin.
Fuck. Yeah. Emojis. How the fuck?
All right, so you gotta go
Ziva
black
gives
and
you her
white pinstripe.
notepad.
Yeah.
Jail
So I'm
bars
thinking-
and the stick being broken in half.
Let's let Fel
Yeah.
handle
No.
this.
I'm thinking to a trip that I took to Japan, trying to communicate with people with like Google Translate, and it being good but not completely reliable, and it's tough.
So what do you
Like,
say, man?
So I gesture to all of us, and I know they said it. I'm supposed to come up with it, but jail bar emoji and people, like a group of the multiple group
The crowd
emoji, like
emoji,
2 or
yeah,
3,
okay.
the crowd emojis, and then break, like a breaking stick or
Yeah, we
something,
think by then they
whatever
probably
icon
got a
breaking.
break. A stick break
They've got the
emoji.
break and stick emoji, but yeah.
And then
iOS 15.
like an exit sign.
And so like once you relay all that, like she turns a shade of like kind of pale yellow, and on her screen it's the emoji of the like wide-eyed like and then like there's like the tear emoji, and then a stop sign emoji.
And Fel, just trying to play it cool, shrugs. Gives
The
a
shruggy emoji.
instead of doing an emoji, he actually physically shrugs, and then like does the the pointing at the group or gestures wide hands to all of us and points.
She
at himself,
turns red
like
and
flexes.
like the screen is like an angry emoji.
And well, he flexes and gives her thumbs up.
You do the iron mic for the titanium
the
mic
flex,
emoji.
Yeah, and then like pats his bicep and then
So
gives
she
her
does
thumbs
the
up.
blush emoji, and then she does the cry emoji again, and then she does the like the little wave emoji, and then she wraps you again in her jelly. And she pulls you in, and it's like the deepest reddish purple color that I think any of you have ever seen. You've never seen a color so rich with this. And she pulls you in, and like you actually look deep into the actual fish's eyes, the little squid that's in there. And you look into it, and you can see like it kind of welling up with tears, and then just like a nod to you.
And Fel nods
And
back.
then says, and then there's like an emoji, like it's just the general calendar emoji, like little calendar date thing, and then like a picture
like
of food and a picture of drink. Yeah,
a date. Yeah,
and then it does the little like pucker kiss on you, but this time on your lips.
Fel accepts it. Like Fel is not. Fel's not opposed to it.
And she hugs you very deeply, and then kind of pushes you away.
And as he's being pushed away, Fel holds a hand out, kind of non-threatening, just like palm up, wanting to put his hand into the jelly.
Like you do this, like you.
No, like hand, like palm up, like wanting to, kind of reach out and caress her.
Okay.
Emily fell out of her chair, dude.
Emily literally just fell out of her chair.
I died and now I'm dead.
Okay, so tentacle shenanigans ensue, and I think the rest of you guys, like, maybe you thought that this is
All right,
pretty
let's give 'em some
sweet, but the
privacy
rest
here,
of you guys
folks.
are looking at this and starting to get like a little uncomfortable, like a little embarrassed or whatever. And finally, she like lets go, and she just like does like a lingering water tentacle like on your cheek, and then pats you on the back. And then does like a kissy face emoji as you leave.
It's
So
beautiful.
as Fel gets back to the group, Oran's just gonna look at him and just shrug and say,
Man, I gotta be honest with you. It's not the worst girlfriend you ever had.
Yeah, you ain't lying, bud. I mean, look, she seems sweet. It's a bit of a language barrier, but
Okay. So
it's rare. It's rare that you get gross and cute in such equal quantities. It's like a pug,
I hope you've all enjoyed this scene. Can we please move
we're gonna
on?
move on. You guys go onto your ship, and you see Hash there, and he's like,
I've made the modifications along with Talburn's help. Your engine signature looks Aslanti now. Don't worry. Your outside appearance is still your ship. They won't mind that. It's more about how your engine looks. And you have the proper transponder. And then with Mike and Fel's suggestions, I've added some modifications to your ship to make it stronger. When you come back here, you may dock at my personal spaceport. It's a little safer. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. Please, be safe. Come back in one piece. I would like to have a whale with you. This is my favorite thing from the vending machines.
You mean the pullets?
Whale?
The whale pullets?
Yes,
Oh, they're delicious. Yeah, absolutely.
they're easily the best thing out of those vending machines.
I
Everything
can't
else
help
is
but
a
agree.
ripoff.
I totally agree.
That bacon paste was pretty
Zeva
good.
didn't have any, so she's like, okay, let's have some well. Okay.
Bye.
And he closes up the hatch as you guys get on the ship, and you guys have a 6-day journey in front of you to Gulta. You guys are going to fucking Gulta,
Jesus
the prison moon
Christ.
of the Aslanti. But before
A
we
little
get
bit
there,
terrifying.
there's a little something we need to go over. You guys might have thought that I forgot about it, but I didn't. You guys leveled up.
We did. We did level up.
What I want to do is in this 6-day journey, kind of RP your level ups. So, like we did last time, let's go through. What you got, Heath?
Well, I was going to say, can we also talk about the ship's level up?
Very quickly, sure. Just quick like.
You want me to give a rundown on it?
Yeah, so I think Mike has been trying to make himself, more useful in a general sense, particularly like with the ship. He's talked to Aaron before about like showing him the ropes in case he ever needed to pilot the ship. He and Fel have talked over his armor and stuff like that, and he's trying to get more familiar with the ship in general. So me and Josh kind of talked about maybe to some degree Josh is taking, or not Josh, Fel is taking Mike under his wing a little bit and letting him help out with determining the ship upgrades and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, and it makes sense because he's the gunner, so any new weapons, whatever's going on the ship, it'd be good for him to be a part of. So, in short, what we've done is upgraded the power core to accommodate all of these other changes, upgraded the computers to where there's another +1 check for somebody, upgraded the thrusters to M10, gives 10 hex movement up from 8, with no penalty to piloting checks. We've got basic long-range sensors versus the budget, I think, mid-range sensors we had before. So we've got a 20 hex range and a +2 to scan checks, which will be awesome going into the prison moon, try and get a good scan on that place from a good distance. Higher countermeasures, so it's an extra +1 on the target lock, gives us a +5 instead of +4. Weapons have been rearranged. The flak thrower has been added to the forward arc, which can actually shoot down target lock weapons like missiles if they come in to strike our forward arc. The high explosive missile launcher has been moved from the forward to the starboard. The cargo hold has been converted to a smuggler's compartment, and that makes it to where we can, if we need to, actually hide up to, I think, 10 tons?
10
Heath,
tons,
cargo?
yes.
Yeah. So that's huge. But when it's open, it looks like a normal cargo hold.
Yeah.
When it's closed, it's like basically like a false wall or like secret door kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes a cargo hold and makes it more like if somebody raided your ship or pirates showed up or whatever, they wouldn't know to look there.
Right.
Okay, well,
but yeah, that's it for the level 4, tier 4
it's
for the
gotten
ship.
much more powerful. Okay, so you're on the Epic Tracer. You're leaving Outpost Z. You've been there for a while, and you're back in drift space. And during this time, you're kind of becoming acclimated to your new skills. So I'm going to go down the line, and please try to be brief here. I'm going to start with you, Mike. At level 4, what type of things are you learning and dealing with and getting?
So, I think Mike, and this sounds like it's not going to be quick. It is. Mike, throughout his boxing career, was not like a first-round knockout guy. He liked to wear people down. You know what I'm saying? But as the situation has progressed and he's been back on the adventuring trail, as it were, he's starting to come around to the idea of being a first-round knockout guy. Like quickly putting somebody down before they can cause more problems. So that said, he has been trying to work on kind of his reflexes and attention in a fight, and I took improved initiative. So he'll have
cool.
plus 4 to his initiative in any situation that requires initiative. So he's quicker on the jump.
So he's doing like a lot of like aerobics and stuff as he trains just to get more agile and quick.
Yeah, and like reaction-based stuff, like people throwing like multiple balls at him while he's like bouncing on and off of a trampoline kind of thing.
Perfect. All right, Oren.
Oh, I also took a point in culture. So
yeah,
I can
okay.
speak his language.
Okay, yeah, we'll just go ahead and say
that's kind
everybody.
of important.
everybody's taken, who couldn't speak as Lanty before, did take a point in culture, so now the whole crew can speak as Lanty. All right, Oren.
So, yeah, level 4, mostly I just get spells, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, flavor-wise, that ability crystal sort of, jump-started his third eye or whatever, and is going to allow him to do a whole lot of probably meditating over the course of the trip, and gain some new insights for the new spells that he has learned to cast. Dark Vision, it's one of them, and I also gained access to level 2 spells at this level, so I upgraded my Mystic Cure and Mind Thrust, and took Charm Person and removed Condition Lesser for level 1 spells in replacement.
Wow, great. Cool. What about you, Zeva?
So Zeva has kind of been watching old Mike, and she's really focusing in on trying to be more reactionary. With that, she took another improvisation. She took the Watch Out improvisation, which is basically, it's a reaction-based. Anytime an enemy makes a ranged attack against an ally within 60 feet, you can warn that ally of the danger. So essentially, when you warn them, they get to add a +4 AC against that triggering attack. So really
I see
trying
this,
to keep an eye out.
Yeah, I see this as like Zeva and Mike in their training space, right? And you guys just taking turns trying to surprise each other, and like, you watch out, and like Mike like jumping down on the ground and then jumping down on the ground, and like you guys kind of just working with each other to become much quicker at reactions. I love it. That's great.
Yeah, we're doing like an antagonistic CrossFit.
Yeah, I love it.
That's the one, because it's not already antagonistic.
All right, Fel.
So true.
And that's about it. We went up in a couple of skills, but overall it's really just that.
All right, Fel.
So Fel has been working with his exocortex. This is a personal skill, comes from the level 4 mechanic, or mechanic trick rather. It's Hack Directory. So he's been working with his own exocortex and has been practicing hacking defenses that he's had the exocortex automatically create. Just kind of practicing on that, and has developed a way to, if he fails at hacking something, he can see what countermeasures stopped him, and then to roll another check to negate that thing setting off an alarm.
Dude, that's clutch. So like I see Fel just like, okay, we're going to a prison, this high security prison. He's just like over computers, just like studying, like creating countermeasures for himself to like work against,
Exactly.
That's great. Fantastic choice.
Very, very Netrunner-y, cyberpunk-y. I really like it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, and finally, Xeno 5.
Yes. So Xeno 5 has been pretty much just restricting himself to his room as he's kind of undergoing his own source of meditation, involving like, we mentioned it in the very first episode where he has this kind of strange, advanced style, techno-magical Rubik's Cube, part toy, part tool. Just a puzzle that's just almost kind of incomprehensible. People messing with it just kind of like, what the fuck is this? But for Xeno, he's seeing the inner trappings of it and everything, and actually trying to practice his spells on it. And he's trying to either like hold door shuts or open them on various little levels in this little Rubik's Cube. And so he's actually just trying to master as far as holding portals and unlocking doors and such, considering we're going into a prison.
Great. Fantastic. So you guys spend the week honing your skills, kind of getting yourselves motivated and ready for this very difficult task of going to rescue somebody that I think all of you are very connected to, right? Cedona. This is, as we've seen in some of the flashbacks and some flashbacks to come, each of you has a very meaningful connection to Cedona. And it's important for you guys to meditate on that, are any of you thinking about that as we go into this?
I think obviously, I think all of us would be right. We're going for Cedona. Everything else is secondary.
It's
you know
forefront
what I mean?
in our minds.
She's the only reason that any of us are even here right now.
Yeah.
Right.
And only because we all have such close personal connections.
So I think, tying it to Cedona, and this is a mistake I made in our 30-day journey that I have to fix, or at least address, or I'll never forgive myself. But the APA boys, Mike and Zeno, Cedona kind of being the impetus for the creation of the APA, getting Mike on the right path and giving him that purpose to create the APA. Mike kind of comes to Zeno at one point. It's like, we really shit the bed on the journey here and forgot to send a message to Typhon Yi. We need to let her know what's going on in case this thing goes belly up. And to
you just kind of see a sudden dread on his face, like, oh crap, we totally didn't,
Yeah, so I think at some point we get together and kind of together write out a message to send her. We don't expect her to respond by the time we get there.
No, yeah.
Let her know we're going into a dangerous situation. Tell her exactly what's going on. Encrypt it if we can, so nobody can,
Yeah. So from there, we would actually just we would just head over to the science officer station and just send off a quick communication, encrypted communication,
Great.
And send it back off over to Absalom Station, the APA.
But it is it's a little
office.
Emotional because it's it's acknowledgement that we might not make it out of this thing, but it's also, if neither of us survive, it's Mike and Zeno passing the torch to Typhon. It's her validation that she's worthy of being the leader of the APA if we don't make it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, you guys come out of the drift just in the orbit of the moon, Gulta. The Gulta Prison Complex, a series of dull gray domes connected by narrow corridors, spreads out like a spider web across the pale surface of the moon, lit by a distant star. The entire structure encircles a large series of docking bays with hatches that iris open up and shut. Auxiliary landing pads suitable only for the smallest of shuttles are connected to each wing of the prison. Your vessel is being hailed from the prison.
We're receiving a hail, Captain.
And off air, whatever she'll say. Howdy, boys. Are we ready?
As ready as I'm gonna be.
Fel puts his armored helmet up.
Okay. Here we go.
Hailing frequencies open.
And she'll, as soon as it'll open.
An Aeon guard appears on the view screen, a face masked by a green helmet with a single red eye.
Relic, we have you on sensors.
The Aeon guard says in Islanti.
Report to docking bay 6B. Docking code 785 Ultra 1.
Roger that.
In Aslanti.
Affirmative?
Yeah.
Gulta out.
And we'll see ya.
There it is. There it is.
Man.
There it is.
Honestly,
the heat was coming.
Dude.
I don't like that at all.
No.
I honestly just got chills.
Sweaty.
I am
Yeah.
nervous about this.
Oof.
So, okay, you need to fucking suck that shit up real hard. Because we're about to have to do this a lot more.
This episode has been sponsored by Roll20. This is how we roll.